Danny, where have you been? I have been on the other side of that lens, literally. You know what? When I'm recording, I always have problems with speaking English. Always, like saying literally. It's so easy to say when this thing is off. Literally, but literally on that side we've got my new studio, which I've been working for 8 weeks now. Not only studio, but a little house here and the surroundings. So I was away. In terms of the trainings, I'm gonna update you tomorrow with the podcast. You will know everything, why I didn't go to nationals, how my training goes, what's my form, and probably later this week, Thursday or Friday, I'm gonna do 3 days trip, bicycle trip, no car involved, and I'll be doing lots of kilometers. And this is the project for the gravel bike. As you know, last year, maybe you know, some of you know, last year I've been riding, I've been doing some trips on the alloy Merida Silex. This year I got the carbon one. The alloy was just enough. I got the carbon one, which comes with the SRAM components, and I decided to order Shimano gravel dedicated group set, which is the GRX. Alright my friends, what do I expect from the gravel dedicated group set? I expect comfort. Of course, it should be working perfectly, shifting, braking, everything, but I expect comfort. Gravel bike for me is gravel for long distance rides, maybe back to back, day by day. That's my 3 days trip later this week, most likely. For some of you, gravel bikes are maybe more for fun, like doing some crazy stuff off-road, but for that reason I'm using my cross-country machines. So for me, gravel bike is for touring, trips, just capable and reliable bike off-road, but still quite fast and light. A small disappointment for me is that the GRX RX 600 crankset has no hollow crank arms. We've got the forged one, but these are not hollow. The crankset is the two-piece crankset, so this is one piece, this is second piece, this one here, because the spindle is integrated and it is hollow, but the crank arms are not hollow. I don't remember whether I've seen the 800 or not. Probably it will have the hollow crank arms, which look nice, of course are stiffer and at least lighter, but this is just something I would like to have on the 600 group set. We've got 400, 600 and 800 from the GRX. As for the shifters, this is where I really see that it's gonna be comfortable. These are wide, these have very deep grip, these grooves, much deeper than on the road dedicated shifters. The lever is much wider here, so you will never get tired of braking with these levers. And also, maybe you know already that the pivot here has been hired by 18 millimeters, which means that it's going to be easier for us to brake with this thing riding on the hoods. So that's what I like. We'll see how the shifting works. If you have one by drivetrain, you can have left shifter working with the dropper post for you. I have 2x11, so both shifters are the shifters. They will be shifting because I have two derailleurs. The front one, small one, and it will allow you to put those more bulky tires on the gravel bikes. And this one, you can see some black, like gray and silver maybe even parts, looking good. Larger pulleys, but no narrow wide pattern because this is 2x drivetrain. Something that hasn't changed, which I don't like about Shimano derailleurs, is this guide. I mean, the cable ends right here, and then that's the housing that ends here, sorry, and then the cable goes right there. And this curve here makes for a little bit of friction here. So this is something I don't like. It hasn't been changed so far. The clutch is very hard. It feels like, oh man, it almost feels like too strong, really. Very strong. When I turn it off, you can feel so much difference, though the spring itself isn't very soft, which is a good thing. I think it will soften a little bit, but so far, as a new one, it's pretty rough, I would even say. The calipers will give you strong braking. Servo wave system taken from the MTB, so better modulation. We've got the cooling system for our pads, and that's it. Hydraulic system. I think no one will really complain about these, because Shimano makes very good hydraulic brakes. That's where Shimano is superior to SRAM, in my opinion. That's hydraulic brakes, especially on the MTB bikes. We're gonna be using MTB cassettes for the GRX. There is no GRX dedicated cassettes. This is the HG 800, which I'm gonna use. 1134, and my crankset is 4630, which gives me all the gearing I will need, even with some bags on my bike. This is the chain. I'm gonna use HG 701, so Ultegra Diore XT with the quick link and 116 links. And this is it. It looks fine. Maybe those crank arms could be just hollow. I like those, and those look very nice. My favorite crank arms in terms of the look and the stiffness are the Shimano hollow ones and the Cannondale hologram SSL, if I remember correctly. That's for sure. Then I'm gonna build my Silex on this group set. I'm gonna swap SRAM components to GRX, and then the trips begin. So swapping the components will be on another episode. Tomorrow we're gonna have podcasts about updates about everything that's going on in my life right now, and the day after that we're gonna be doing comparison on my mountain bike hardtail. I have swapped the original wheels with the Chinese carbon 1400 grams wheels. And I'm testing it, like comparing the distance I can ride on the same course in 95 minutes. So I already did it on the original bike, and now I'm gonna do it with the Chinese light wheels, and then the long distance test of those wheels will start. Some of you, I think, will be interested in this one. Thanks for watching, thanks for dropping by. Sorry for my absence. I'm back, guys. I am back. See you tomorrow on the next episode. Bye.